Saw the money and got activated. Saw the money and got activated. Saw that money and got activated. I saw that money and got activated.
What is up, guys? Welcome back to another video. Today we're back on the Hardbody. I'm feeling a little bit better. My throat definitely still hurts though, but it is what it is. I'm not going to talk a bunch. I'm just going to kind of show you what we got to do and then get to work. So, as you know, we got pretty much the whole rear suspension done. We just got to add this guy in, which would be a anti-rat bar, right? So, pretty much the gist of this is, you know, ideally this would be an adjustable bar, which we'll probably end up doing in the future. But since we're kind of in the time crunch, this will work for now. We can always add a different bar in here or cut this and make it adjustable or whatever. So pretty much the idea of this is that it's gonna go from, hang on here, from the diff or the axle to a tying point, and that pretty much keeps the axle from pivoting, and this helps with wheel hop. When you get like a really soft spring, or just you're low on horsepower and have a lot of grip, or high horsepower and you have a lot of grip, the leafs will actually like kind of bind up. It'll allow the axle to twist, and in result you'll get like a kind of a flick in the leaf, and it'll cause wheel hop. It can break things. It can do a lot. And this bar pretty much will act as like a limiting factor to where when this starts to twist, it'll stop it from twisting. So right now I'm kind of just looking over it, trying to get an idea of what we should do. Right now it seems like, you know, tying it into here and then tying it into this back bar is going to be our best option, but that might change after I look over a little bit. But so yeah, that's the gist of it. Obviously got a lot of welding to do, a lot of brackets to be making, and a lot of bolts to put in. So yeah, but I'm gonna go ahead and start working on it, and I'll catch up with you guys if I kind of get a rough idea of what we're gonna do. All right, guys, so I kind of have, this isn't bad news because nobody really cares. I mean, it doesn't affect anybody, but I don't think we're gonna run the anti-rat bar, and here's why. So when I was having wheel hop issues, with literally no rear shocks, and when I had the stiffer leaf spring out of the truck, which you can see right here, which is pretty thick, right? So, number one, if you don't have rear shocks at all, you're gonna have wheel hop extremely bad. Shocks will almost diminish that completely. And the truck didn't hardly have wheel hop until it started to like catch some traction. So I honestly think we'll be fine. And on top of that, with having vertical shocks now, and if I put that stiffer spring in and go to a 3-inch block or a 3.5-inch block, I honestly think that we would be fine. The reason I decided I don't want to go anti-rat bar quite yet is because, one, I don't think I'd be able to weld into that very strong enough. Two, I think it would just kind of get in the way, and I don't think the way that we're trying to do it is going to really do a whole lot. And three, I kind of want to wait until we go to a fuel cell, so that way I can run this from the frame, get like a clamp style clamp here, and then attach it to the frame. And then that's basically a traction bar right there. So that's kind of what I want to do. And we're obviously not going to go fuel cell yet. We're still going to run a big fuel cell just because I want to make the truck streetable, but I really want to get that tank out from under the truck just because it takes up so much space. So eventually we're going to get rid of the tank, probably when we put the built KA in, because we'll have to go through the fuel pump anyway. So we're going to wait on the anti-rat bar, so that way, or we're going to wait until we go with a fuel cell. So hopefully you guys kind of understand what I'm getting at with that. And I truly think we'll be fine with the suspension setup we have at the moment. Now, Another thing is I might try to get like a less sticky tire. Try to get like a kind of like a cheaper tire or something that's not going to grip so well. Maybe even run a narrow tire to kind of help diminish that as well. I just don't want to start on the anti-rat bar and it kind of be a waste of my time, because time is something we don't really have at the moment. So with that being said, that pretty much means we can start on the front. We still have some stuff to do back here, but we got to wait for parts to come in. I might go ahead and cut these off right here. Since we really don't, I don't really know how we're going to cut that inside one out though. That'll be interesting. But I really need to try to get help over here so we can get the bed on, and then we can start on the front. Okay, so we just cut our brackets off, which is kind of like the whole point in the re-drill. And man, did we gain some ground clearance, but these suckers are thick. I am not looking forward to doing the other side because we have to use a Sawzall on the back one because we can't get to it because of the fuel tank. So that one's gonna suck when we gotta do that, but we're saving that sucker for last for sure. All right, I just wanted to kind of document so that way we know. This is full lock, obviously to the right. And the suspension isn't on the ground technically, but that's full lock there. I'll turn it all the way the other way, just so we know how much angle we actually get out of this. Okay, and then that's full lock that way, so it's actually not bad. But yeah. All right, so we're gonna cut. You can see this bolt here, right there, that hits that. We're gonna cut that whole ear off right there, and then we're gonna cut that whole stopper off the control arm, and that should get us a ton more angle. From what I know, people just take the bolt out, but I'm cutting everything, so. That stop out here cut off, and we got this cut off here. We're just gonna slap the tie rod back on and see how much angle we gained. It's looking like cutting the bump stops out is going to absolutely suck, just like everyone said it would. So we'll have to wait to do that until we get a big Sawzall blade, because that's exactly what we're gonna need to get that out. It's funny because with the truck like sitting on its own suspension, it's actually sitting on the bump stop currently. So I expect the front end to drop a decent amount, but we'll see. We'll probably have to cut the top of the shock off, which isn't a big deal. And then this should just unbolt, and we'll get that shock out of there and get some new shocks, and then the front end will be done. So, okay, so that's with the bumps or the steering stops and stuff cut out of the driver's side. This is how much angle you have. I don't know what it looked like before. Like, I can't remember. I can't really tell if it's more or not. But we're gonna go ahead and start on this side, get the bump stops cut out of this side. All right, guys, so we put the wheels on just to kind of get a reference for how much more angle it has. That's full lock, and that's a little bit reference there at full lock. Let's see here. I honestly think that's pretty good, but that's definitely not a ton. I know that much. But okay, so we left off finishing up the front end on the Hardbody. We actually ordered all of our parts. Most of them should be here by tomorrow. Our front shocks. We already got our axle seals. We got the wheel cylinder already came in. We just got to get our leaf spring bushing, and then we'll be tied up with the rear end. We got to go pick up Sawzall blades today and the bushing today, so we can chop the bump stops off. If everything goes well, we should be able to drive the Hardbody tomorrow. We still have to bleed a lot of the brakes, stuff like that, but if everything goes as planned, it should be drivable tomorrow. Not sure if we'll get to drive it tomorrow or not, but definitely want to take it and wash it, and then we'll park it back in the garage to start on a small surprise that I'm not even going to say in the video. I'm just going to do like a reveal. So yeah, we got a lot of work ahead of us, but first we have to throw the interior back, because a couple days ago we tore the seats out of it and tore a lot of the interior out of it. to shampoo the carpet. So I'm gonna get the BMW's interior back together so we can run and grab some parts, and then we'll get started on the hard body. I completely forgot that we needed a tire for the hard body, so I had to do some last minute calling around, and it turns out that the tires that are on it are kind of a special order tire because they're smaller. They're like a low pro, but for a smaller rim, I guess you could say. But luckily, we found one. That's not the most ideal thing. We're gonna buy a spare set of wheels anyways. So we're just gonna put one new tire on it for now. And yeah, so we're gonna go run and get that stuff. I'll catch up with you guys when we get back. Okay, so small update. We've been driving around for probably about an hour. The Napa that online said had the bushing says they don't have the bushing, so I'm driving 20 minutes to a store that does have it, and then we had to go get a tire mounted. We got that. That's in the trunk, so that's done. We just gotta get these bushings, and I was sitting here thinking about it. If everything goes good, I could probably actually drive the truck tonight. So we'll see how things go, but yeah, might be a late one, boys. Okay, just got our bushing. Finally, we're gonna have to modify a little bit because it is slightly larger, but that should be really easy considering the spring has a little bit of give to it. So I'll show you guys what I'm talking about when I get back to the house, but we should be fine. But yeah, we're gonna hurry up and get home, and well, actually we still got to go to like a Home Depot or something. But yeah, we're gonna hurry up and get home after that. Home, we ate some dinner real quick because that's the only way I can function right now because I'm extremely sick, and I'm still sick from when I told you guys I was sick before. And yeah, but yeah, we gotta take the rear leaf spring stuff apart. I'm not gonna video that because you guys have seen me take that apart 1,000 times, but we're gonna do that and then hurry up and try to get this bushing in there, and then hopefully move on from the rear suspension, go to the front, start cutting stuff. We got a lot of stuff to do, so I'll catch up with you guys when we get some stuff done. So we're putting in our look at how sick the paint job is on. Not that you're really gonna see them, but they seem to be pretty nice shocks at first notice. But we got this side pretty much all done. I'll catch up to you guys here in a sec. Okay, so I'm letting the hard body warm up right now, and then we're gonna go do a shakedown test. I'll kind of fill you guys in on what we've done since the last clip that I took, because I didn't really film a whole lot. So okay guys, so I know you can't really see the truck all that well right now, but we're at our test spot, and honestly I could not be more happy. The truck slides perfectly. The wheel hop is absolutely gone. I'm sure because it's like a slightly damp, I'm sure in the warm weather it'll get a little worse. But I mean, I was right in this line of the course. I hardly had to clutch kick it. The rear suspension just seems 110% way better. Before, to get this thing to slide, I would have to clutch kick the absolute crap out of it, and that's almost completely diminished. So the only issue we've had so far in our shakedown is the handbrake is absolutely not functional at all. It, like, for some reason you have to pump it up for it to get any pressure, and even when it has pressure, it doesn't seem like it locks the rear brakes. So after bleeding them for like hours, and then on top of that replacing the wheel cylinders in the rear and cleaning the drums out, I'm gonna say the handbrake master cylinder is the issue. So I'm gonna go ahead and order a welded one, so that we'll have that. And then let's see what other issue. The other issue is, you can see right there the exhaust, it just bangs off the ground, because the front of the truck is a lot lower, so that's an issue. It seems like the steering is a way better. Once I got the hang of it, I was able to really steer the truck a lot better, and I wasn't like the back end of the truck wasn't wiping me out as much because I had a lot more control. But I think I'm gonna go ahead and try to do a an entry with some speed and kind of see if I can hold this line right here. And then I'll probably bounce out of here after that. But yeah, guys, I'll do a better video in a minute or tomorrow, kind of looking over everything. But yeah, just wanted to kind of show you guys firsthand, like while we're here, that it's working the way it should. So okay, guys, so to end it off of this video, we're gonna do like a walk around the hard body, kind of give you guys my thoughts and you know, the issues we've had with it in the last 24 hours and what we're going to try to improve / fix soon. That we just a little bit we have driven it, just like stuff we've noticed. So without further ado, about to do that. First things first, the exhaust is way too close to the ground and the little 90 piece fell off today, so we gotta finally do that the right way and hopefully get the exhaust up higher, because it literally just bangs off the ground. So that's what we're getting ready to do now. So for starters, I just wanted to hurry up and film this before it got dark. Definitely need to get the aftermarket steering wheel on this thing, because as I'm like sliding the truck and like your hands are like rotating around the wheel and moving them really fast, I always would hit the blinker and the wipers. So I need to get like I have a steering wheel right there, and it's like a deep dish. I need to get that on ASAP to get my hands away from this so I don't hit them. I was like literally drifting in the dark, and then I hit this and it shut the lights off and it just got dark. I was like, what the heck? We got to get all of this off the side of the truck tonight, which sucks. And I'm not looking forward to it, because I tried to 3M it and that did nothing to it. So it looks like I'm gonna have to sit here and peel each section off, and there's a lot of it. So really not looking forward to that. So far the rear diff isn't leaking at all, so cross my fingers on that. I probably just jinxed myself, but that's fine. And then the exhaust, which we're taking care of right now, and I'm trying to think of what else. Oh yeah, so stiffening up the rear end and the front suspension definitely made the truck vibrate a lot more at freeway speeds, but that's kind of what you get when you run a stiff suspension setup. So I guess it's, you know, it's going to be a purpose-built vehicle, so I'll just have to deal with the vibrations on the freeway. Might try and get the wheels balanced. Maybe that's the problem. But because I know some of the wheel weights on one of these back tires fell off from all of the diff fluid. Other than that, I'm trying to think. I don't believe there's anything else that I really have to complain. That's the only issues we've had with it so far. And yeah, so we're getting ready to fix the little bit of issues we did have, get the foam off of that, because we're gonna go get this thing, or drop this thing off to get some stuff done. And then hopefully in the next video I'll have a surprise for you and a little bit of drifting. It's just hard to get clips when, you know, you're filming by yourself all the time. So we got that issue taken care of. Should be good to go now. Should be good. Got the exhaust up a little higher too, so that should solve that. Okay, right before I even get to the outro, I just wanted to say, so with winter kind of coming soon, my goal is to try to stay out of the garage a little bit for the next like 3 weeks or 2 to 3 weeks, before we can't even get out and do anything anymore with any of the cars. So my question to you guys is like, what is some stuff that you'd like to see us do with the Cummins or the Hardbody or even the BMW? But what's some stuff you guys would like to see us do with either of those? Like as far as like doing, like taking them out somewhere, wherever. Just comment below like some stuff that you would like to see, or some content you'd like to see on those that's not working on them. Because I really want to try to enjoy the last little bit of time we get before snow starts falling and we can't drive anything and yada yada yada. So with that being said, I'll go on to the outro now. Comment below, don't forget, please. Alright guys, that's gonna wrap up this video. I know this is like kind of all over the place, but That's usually what happens when I get in a rush and try to finish stuff up on a deadline. So I know this video wasn't like the greatest, but it's what I filmed. So we got most of that stuff cleaned off the side of the bed. I think tomorrow I'm going to try to hit it with some like acetone or goof off, and try to get the rest of it off. That stuff sucks. If you can avoid that, do not ever get that on any type of paint. It sucks. But got the hard body fixed up, so hopefully the next couple of days we don't have any issues with it. So we should be good to go to the Halloween Drift Bash this weekend. So when this is actually Tuesday night, so when you'll be seeing this tomorrow at noon on Wednesday. So the next video you'll see should be the Halloween Bash, or yeah, it should be.